setting sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. Through the blood, the sweat, the tears and the pain, they carry the hopes of a country like a chain. From the whistles blow to the final play, they prove their greatness every single day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Oops, and that's the wrong one. Here we go. All right, folks, we're back. Welcome, 5:30 in the morning here on Godly Hour this time of day. Welcome back to the program here for this final round of a Rugby Championship action. This one between the All Blacks and the Wallabies. This game being played in Perth at Optus Stadium. Looking forward to this, hoping that the Wallabies pull one out on home soil. They should have won last week. Let's see if they can pull it off today. Really excited. Yep, let's see. All right, so sorry, just answering a message from a former Springbok. I'll leave that to your imagination. Think who that is. But former Springbok just answering a question for me there, and so, or responding to my point. Welcome back. It is an early session for me. So for the South Africa side, that's coming up a little bit later, folks. But let me just check and make sure that my feed has not started, so I'm waiting for that to start. It starts in about 7 minutes. In the meantime, we can bring the lineups to you. For Australia at fullback, it's Max Jorgensen. On the right wing is Harry Potter. Yeah, there's no Ron Weasley, just Harry Potter. In the center, it's Joseph Akuso Suwali. Suwali's looking really good. And Len Ikitau, one of my favorite names, along with Chakobaras Ikitau, two of my favorite names in rugby. Then it's Filippo Dalguno, Tane Ahmed at the fly half. Jake Gordon is the scrum half. Harry Wilson is the captain. Fraser McWright, Tom Hooper, Will Skelton, and Nick Frost are the locks. In the front row, it's Alan Alatoa, Billy Pollard, and James Slipper. Slipper in his final match ever. I think it's his 156th test match, and he's hanging up his cleats after this game. That's it. He's finished it. James Slipper will wrap up his career today with the Wallabies. Off the bench, Josh Nasser, Tom Robertson, Tanelo Tupu, Jeremy Williams, Rob Valentini, who's always dangerous. He's the wrecking ball out there. Ryan Longerin, James O'Connor, and Josh Fluke. For the dreaded All Blacks team I love to hate, at fullback, it's Will Jordan. On the right wing, Leroy Carter. In the center, Quinn Tupea and Jordy Barrett, who's a vice captain. Apparently, the All Blacks need a whole bunch of vice captains today. Then we've got on the left wing, it's Lester Fainga Anuka, who's also quite dangerous. Damian McKenzie gets the nod at fly half. Cam Roygard at scrum half. Peter Lakai, wearing the number 8 jersey. And Artie Sevilla is another vice captain, wearing the number 7 jersey. It seems odd. He should be an 8. Simon Parker, Fabian Holland, Scott Barrett is the captain, wearing the number 4 jersey. Fletcher Newell, Cody Taylor, and Tamati Williams are in that front row. Off the bench, it's Samasone Tukutukeo, George Bauer, Pasilo Tosi, Patrick Tupolotu, Wallace Satiti, Cortez Ratima, Rico Ioane, another one of my favorite players, Rico Ioane, with that name, and Ruben Love. This is at Optus Stadium in Perth. That would be South Africa East, the home of Afrikaners. And the officials for this one are Matthew Carley of England, who did a poor job in the Springboks game. Carl Dixon from England and Morne Ferreira from South Africa are on the sidelines. And the TMO is Andrew Jackson. No, not the former president of the United States who died 150 years ago, but actually Andrew Jackson from England. And that is the lineup for this match. So both sides, and we'll see how it goes. I'm sorry, I've got to make a message back. No way. Just got to write something in here to somebody. All right, so let's take a look at the standings here for the URC, for the Rugby Championship. And where is it at here? There we go. We'll recount the season. Right now, though, the Springboks have sole position of first place despite a horrible loss in the opening round to the Wallabies and then losing to the All Blacks at Eden Park. 3 wins, 2 losses. They lead the log with 15 points, 3 bonus points. The All Blacks have just 2 bonus points. They're at 14, and the Wallabies at 11 points. Argentina bringing up the rear at 2 wins and 3 losses and just 9 points. So the Springboks with a bonus point would seal it today at 20 points. No one can catch them. A victory, they could still win it. They've got a huge point differential, 55 points. The Wallabies actually have plus 1 point, and the All Blacks are minus 6 points because of the thrashing that the Springboks gave them in Wellington. So it's all in the hands of the South Africa side. Let's recount the season as we're in the final weekend after the Springboks and Pumas match at Twickenham a little bit later today. Then the season will be over for the Rugby Championship. The international test season, fall test season for the Springboks, all on the road up north, will commence after this. But the first round was on August 16th when I was still in the UK. Or no, was it before I went to the UK? Yeah, before I went to the UK. It was 38-22. The Wallabies beat the Springboks, and the All Blacks pummeled Argentina 41-24 on home soil. The next week, the Springboks rebounded in a less than convincing 30-22 win in August 23rd. I was in South Africa, in England for that. And then the Pumas came back and magically beat New Zealand 29-23. That was epic. I called that game. Week 3 occurred on September 6th after a break as the teams moved from location to location. And the Wallabies beat the Pumas 28-24 in a game that the Pumas should have won. South Africa lost to New Zealand 24-17 at Eden Park in a game that they should have won. Very poorly played. Week 4 took place the 13th of September, and the Pumas defeated the Wallabies 28-26. then South Africa pummeled New Zealand 43-10. Now, last week we had week 5, and then the Wallabies beat Australia 33-24. Or excuse me, the All Blacks beat the Wallabies 33-24, and the Springboks destroyed Argentina 67-30. And we're in the final week now, last 2 games. And I'm waiting for my live feed, which should start any moment. I'm getting ads at the moment. So that's the situation. Yesterday's URC action, the Springboks, gosh, folks, it is 5:30 in the morning. Yesterday's URC action, and the Stormers, less than convincing fashion in the first half, came back and won the game 26-10 in the second half, not giving up any second half points, much better defense. Offense still struggling at times, including squandering an opportunity to win the game with a bonus point late in the second half. But they find themselves with 9 points atop the log. 2 games have been postponed because of Storm Amy. The first one that was postponed was the game between Edinburgh and Ulster. That storm got worse on Friday, and it was canceled or postponed. And then the second game was postponed was later. The Connacht and Scarlets game has been postponed. That's 2 Storm Amy URC games that have been wiped out because of weather this weekend. And I think that's a first for the URC. I don't recall that ever happening in the seasons previously. Season started last week on the 26th of September with the Stormers whitewashing Leinster 35-0 at DHL Greenpoint Stadium. Leinster starting the season with a loss, and now a chance to lose 2 back-to-back games with a huge game on tap for later today, 6:30 South Africa time, 12:30 my time. It'll be against Leinster. Ulster destroyed the Dragons last week 42-21. Glasgow defeated the Sharks 35-19. Yesterday, or excuse me, it's Saturday on the 27th, it was the Bulls 53, Osprey 40. Zebra 31-28 over Edinburgh, huge win for them. Scarlets lost to Munster 34-21. Cardiff beat the Lions 33-20, and Connacht beat Benetton 26-15. Yesterday, the 3rd of October, the Edinburgh game was postponed. Stormers 26-10 over the Osprey Dragons tied the Sharks 17-17 in a rather turgid game. The Connacht game has been postponed for today. Later today, with Benetton versus Glasgow, Bulls versus Leinster at the same time, and the late night game is Munster versus Cardiff at Thomond Park. Tomorrow on the Sunday, it is at Stadio Sergio Lanfranchi. It's Zebra Parma hosting the Lions. All right, so we are getting ready. Still daylight time in New Zealand. The sun hasn't come up here yet, but should be an exciting game. What's this, 30 minutes to kickoff? Wait, what's this? They said it was at 5:30. So I got to chat with you guys for 30 minutes now. That is not the time they had listed for me. Wow, that's a bit surprising. I could have got up at 6. That makes more sense. I was wondering why this was listed at 5:30, this game. Didn't make any sense to me. Well, I got up super early for no reason then, folks, other than to keep you all entertained. So, and I'm sitting here cooking in this jersey. This is a heritage jersey from the Wallabies from a couple seasons ago. And it's like a scrum half shirt. It is so freaking tight. Look at that. Not because I'm chubby, because I'm not. It's made to fit tight. And it is very warm. Doesn't breathe very well either. Hey, man, what's going on? CB, Phoenix, Johan, Barnard. They did say 5. I know, CB, it said 5:30. I know, I looked it up. Johan says we don't mind. Well, I could have used another 30 minutes of sleep, my friends. I don't mind either, but Andre Mostard is here. Anonymous, Garrett Gillich, Sumarie, El Murray, Mayor, Andre Mostard, Brian Lawrenson, Morning. Says Legion, Mays, Candace Stridham, and who else? I think I've caught everybody there. Phoenix, I think I caught everybody. So let's, it's a pretty cool jersey. I bought this order. The only problem is it was supposed to be customized with my name and number on the back, and they didn't do that. So they refunded me my money because they forgot. It was a little bit disappointing. I ordered all the way from Australia, and it comes without that. So it's the only Wallaby jersey I have. It's a pretty cool one, yeah. Yeah, I like this one a lot. So time for music, says Mace. I actually even started this broadcast a few minutes early so that we'd have time to go through the lineups. I've been through the lineups now, and it didn't start for another 30 minutes. So the players are on the pitch. My broadcast stream is started, so we'll be good there. We'll be set for that. So, who we got there? Well, the stadium is not full yet. Probably going to be a fair number of Springbok fans. The Honorable Roger Cook, Premier of Western Australia. Well, I don't want to get into politics right now. I'll just leave that at that. Andre Mostard. So Hang on a second. Just gotta. All right, had to send a message. Yeah, the shutdown for the U.S. is a bit of a problem for a lot of people, particularly for those interested in the refugee program for South Africa. It's not going to go very well for them. It's unfortunate. Hopefully it gets over soon. But I don't know. Sonny Bill Williams doing broadcasting. Here comes Sonny Bill. Hang on, I'll give you a little bit of Sonny Bill here in a second. I want to get a copyright strike. Oh, this guy introduced him. He's taking forever. Wow, he likes hearing his own voice, this guy. It's foundational work. That's Sonny Bill now. That's Sonny Bill Williams. I'm a huge fan, folks. That's why I put Sonny Bill on there. I really like Sonny Bill Williams. Always have. The guy's very talented. Rugby league, rugby union, boxing. I'm not a fan of his boxing, but yeah, Sonny Bill. He's a character. I miss him from the game. It was enjoyable watching him play. Also miss the player that they banished because he was a Christian. Their anti-Christian hatred, the Wallabies. Yep. Who was that? What's his name? Christian Falau, I think it was. Yeah, Israel Folau. It's been a while now. He's a former Wallaby star, was banned and had his contract terminated by Rugby Australia for making repeated homophobic comments in social media. Began when he's a devout Christian, posted comments stating that hell awaits for drunks, homosexuals, adulterers, liars, fornicators, thieves, atheists, and idolaters unless they repent. His $4 million Australian contract was ended after Rugby Australia found him guilty of high-level breach of the player's code of conduct for being a Christian. He had been warned about similar posts in the past. After being sacked, he sued Rugby Australia for unlawful termination. The case was ultimately settled in a confidential amount in December of 2019, with both parties issuing joint state apology for any hurt or harm caused. His comments were widely condemned by teammates, opponents, sponsors, and the LGBTQ plus elemental XYZ advocacy groups who said his words could negatively impact vulnerable young people. Never mind the fact that he was simply following his Christian faith, but he did push his luck. After his exit, he played briefly rugby league for the French team Talon Dragons, and since returned to rugby union playing in Japan. In 2022, he switched his international allegiance from Australia to Tonga. Israel Folau. Yep, I remember that very clearly. He's 36 now. Israel Folau had 73 appearances for the Wallabies. He's played 2 for Tonga. Yep. Played for the Wallabies. He's also played rugby league, quite a few games. He played from 27 to 2010, 91 matches, and then when he went back, he played 15 in 2020 in that Super League. And that's it. Now he's back playing rugby union in Japan. Israel Folau. 96 Super Rugby matches from 2013 to 2019. Yep. 118 when you consider these other teams he played for. Yeah, Israel Folau. They didn't like him. Didn't like him. Did not like him. Paul de Klerk, I don't have it in a jersey for every team. I do collect a lot of World Cup jerseys. I've got Manu Samoa jerseys from the World Cup. I've got Romania, Chile. That was a big coup for me getting Chile. That was a tough one. I have all of the Velvich's Rugby World Cup jerseys, but they're in jeopardy of not making the World Cup unless they win this Repage tournament in November. And I'm pulling for Jacques Borger, who's now the head coach, and with Velvich's, who, because of a missed kick, didn't advance. And the Sables from Zimbabwe made it into the World Cup, first time since 1991, if I'm not mistaken. But the Velvich's still have a chance to get in. But yeah, I have lots of international jerseys. I even have an England jersey. I do not have an All Blacks jersey, and I never will. Never mind the fact that they're boring. I can never bring myself to sport the All Blacks. I've got a Portugal jersey. That's a prize. When I ordered that as soon as it became available online, and got that Portugal jersey for the World Cup, so kind of treasure that one. I've got Georgia jersey from the World Cup, which is pretty nice. I've got Fiji jerseys from the World Cup, and also another one because I got them rather cheap. I buy them when I get a chance. All right, so where are we at here? All right, pitch is looking pretty artificial. Is that artificial pitch? I can't tell. It looks artificial. And crowd's beginning to find their way in. We're now down to about 15 minutes away, but a lot more people need to leave the toilets and the beer stands, concession stands, and find their way to their seats, or it's not going to be sold out. But given the number of people sitting on the third level, or fourth level, actually, up at the top of Optimum Stadium, I suspect that it is a sellout. Or at least the cheap seats are sold out, because the top is pretty full. There are a lot of empty seats in that second row, second section there. So we'll see what happens. The game gets started here shortly. Okay, and I am really pulling for the Wallabies, but I see not a lot of people are. Israel Folau sacked following anti-gay social media posts. No, it was a pro-Christian. It wasn't anti-gay, and their interpretation of it is wrong. So, Mark Kennedy, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you being here. Yes, I have a lot of jerseys, international jerseys, but not all of them. I don't have a France jersey. I don't have an Italy jersey. I do have a Scotland, Ireland, Wales jersey. Interesting note, Wales is the first jersey I ever bought, international, first rugby jersey I ever bought in the 2011 World Cup. When I went to New Zealand, I wound up in, not Wellington, in, where was that? Not Nelson. What the hell is that town called? I'm drawing a blank right now. Hamilton. I went to Hamilton, and I arrived there, and I've told the story before. Anyway, I found a place to park, which turned out to be at a primary school right across from the stadium. Pretty good deal, too. It cost me about the equivalent of $10 US. It was a good bargain. Walked across the street to the ticket office. They had no tickets. Couldn't get one. Wound up buying a ticket from someone off the street, and it was a wonderful ticket near the center of the pitch. Paid a very good price for it. And it was wet because it had rained, but it didn't rain during the game. It rained prior to the game, so it was kind of muddy walking around outside. Walked by the stand where they sold stuff. I bought a Wales cap and a Wales jersey, and that's what I wore. And I walked in, and Wales beat Samoa, I think it was 17-10. A rather boring game, but it was fun being at a World Cup game. Really enjoyed it. Man, that's already 14 years ago. Yep, and that started my Rugby World Cup experiences. 2011 in New Zealand, 2014 in Paris for the women, 2015 in England, 15 matches for the World Cup, 2017 in Ireland for the women's, all the way through the finals, 2018 in San Francisco for the Sevens World Cup, 2019 in Japan, 18 matches, one of which I lost to a Typhoon, Hagibis. 2021, I was supposed to be in New Zealand for the women and in England for the Rugby League World Cup, trying something different. And they postponed it 2022, which created a conflict for me. So I ate my tickets for the Women's World Cup because New Zealand didn't announce its entry requirements until about 2 weeks before the World Cup. In the meantime, I was going to South Africa for the first time in ages. And so the South Africa trip, I wound up going to the Sevens World Cup in Cape Town in 2022, which was supposed to be in 2022. And then I went to the Rugby League World Cup in England in 2022, which was from 2021. 2023, I was in France for the World Cup, only a dozen or so matches because of the crooked way they sold tickets. And from there, I was just in England in 2025 for the Women's World Cup. So that's what started it all. Been all over the place for these things. So exciting stuff. All right, what happened to my game? It's awfully quiet here. They should be kept. We got a commercial break, let me see. No, it's just pregame. The players out there warming up right now. Yeah, that looks. I can't. At the bottom here, it looks like a real pitch, but on the field, it looks like it's artificial. I can see where the grass is worn out here. At the end of the stadium, the field cants downwards like this. That's kind of weird. Interesting though. And it's a big crowd, folks. It's a huge stadium. It's going to be a big crowd showing up for this one. So, Jake Gordon is the scrum half for the Wallabies, and Cam Roigard for the All Blacks. 13 tests to his credit now, Cam Roigard. And he's got 10 tries in those 13 tests. That's amazing. Having debuted just in 2023 for the All Blacks. Here comes James Slipper. James Slipper's 151st test match and his final one tonight. A final test match for James Slipper. Rudolph Van Rooyen says, go Bucko, that's coming up soon. And Paul says, great information. New Zealand 28, Australia 20, okay. The Springboks game comes on at 6 p.m. South Africa time. 6 p.m. South Africa time, 9 a.m. my time. So, yep, I'll be on for that. There's Jordy Barrett wearing a sports bra. These rugby players, a lot of them wear sports bras. It's interesting. They won't call it a sports bra, but that's what it is. So, it's just a few more minutes away now, folks. Australian rugby, is it back or not? Let's do a poll on that because you've seen the season now. They could finish 3-3 here. The Wallabies were in trouble for a while there. Okay, hang on. All right, there you go. Are the Wallabies back, or is it just a flash in the pan? There's a poll chance to answer it, folks. The Wallabies were terrible in the last World Cup. They were atrocious. They also went through a horrid period and played very poorly, put out some very bad teams, and performed quite sadly. So this year, they've performed a lot better. They've had wins over Pumas, over the Springboks, also had wins early in the test season. And some people think they're back. I don't know that I'm convinced of it. So here's your chance to vote in the poll. Living in a bubble currently, okay? 6:30 South Africa time, Bulls versus Leinster. That is correct. I'll be covering that game as well. 3 games today. This game play-by-play. Then the Springboks on the road at Twickenham against the Pumas. I'll be covering that game as well. And finally, the Bulls hosting Leinster at Loftus Versfeld. Looking forward to all of those games. But I will be quite tired by the time it's over because I'm sticking news broadcasts in between. Oof, it's going to be a lot. Meanwhile, the Springboks haven't forgotten the loss they had in Santiago de Estero. Yep, Jaden Hendrickson should not be a Springbok. Springbok assistant coach Stick still vividly remembers the Battle of Santiago in 2024 and is very weary of the threat of Argentina posed in London. Stick said the loss that day is still vivid in his mind, so the Springboks could face a similar tough day at the office. In the 2024 Rugby Championship match at Santiago del Estero, the Springboks lost to Argentina 29-28. Of course, that's because Monty Libak missed a kick at the end of the game. Despite a 17-point lead, Argentina came back to win with a late penalty, securing a historic win against all 3 championship opponents in one tournament, keeping their title hopes alive. Springboks ultimately won in the following match in Nelspruit. Stick said these guys love to live off the scraps. They like to live off the loose moments. What happened to us last year, the past 20 minutes, where we just not at our best, and they capitalized and punished us, we lost the game. They don't mention that Monty missed the kick at the end. Funny how they don't do that. But Monty did miss the kick and cost us that game. Yep, sure did. Anyway, so they'll have that fresh in their mind, and they better not let it happen. They better not let it happen. Can't go down this week. So, yep, They must have handed out free caps, the sun caps, because everybody's wearing the sun caps. Yeah, apparently they gave them out as a gift. Oh, we're getting ready for the anthems now. Local elder Kevin Fitzgerald and Leon Harris, welcome to country. So here comes the Aboriginal woke Australia turned the country over to the Aborigines. Not treating the Aborigines as members of their country, but as a foreign nation living in their midst, flying the Aborigine flag, giving them prominence everywhere. Yeah, rather than considering them as part of Australia. All Blacks in the locker room, getting ready to come out. They never will, scientists. They are woke. Australia is gone. It's a woke country. Embarrassing. People ashamed of who they are. So they deserve the fate that befalls them. Yeah, people should never be ashamed of who they are unless they've done something wrong. And the people who are ashamed of themselves have never done anything wrong. So that's their problem. So we're waiting for this one to get started in just a few more minutes. We'll come out with the anthems here. Waiting for the players to come out of the locker room. All Blacks looking kind of svelte. Most of their players are pretty shapely, pretty much in shape this season. So Will Jordan will be a fullback for this game. Teeny, thank you for your membership. You're welcome for the time. Grass Twickenham is fake grass with real grass growing through it and cut the same length so it feels real but doesn't tear like real grass. Yeah, that's what was supposed to be put in place at DHL Greenpoint Stadium. That artificial synthetic mix. Nlakanepo Mbata, welcome to you, man. That is an interesting first name. What does it mean, if you don't mind sharing? Nlakanepo Mbata, welcome to you. We had Fez about to play yesterday in a game for the Sharks. So they're in the Wallabies room. They've also got a traditional jersey, not quite the one I've got. I like this one better because this green fits really well with the way this was done. But that orange color, yellow color that the Wallabies wear is, don't really like it. Sponsored by IHG Group. That's the International Hotel Group. It's on their bums on the back side of their jerseys. By Cadbury on the front. Hideous chocolates. I know a lot of South Africans love Cadbury chocolates. Not my cup of tea. Wallabies about to come out of the locker room. Teeny, 12 months. Check that inside center. Why, did I get it wrong? Which one? You talking about Len Ikitau or Lester Fayanangu? So we've still got big test season coming up here after this for the Springboks in the Northern Hemisphere. Yep, we've got some interesting games coming up. Let me look at that while I wait for this one to start. Springboks test matches for 2025. That's not what I wanted. There we go. It's been raining in Perth. That is not what I want either. Why can't I just find here, Rugby World? Maybe that's going to give me my list. All right, so that is not helpful. None of these things give me what I'm looking for. Just asking for test matches for this year. I just want all of them. They don't have them. They just have everything listed from here. But going forward, on November 1st, they're playing at Wembley. Hang on a second here. Is that right? Is it that big a break? They'll be staying up there, or are they coming home? November 1st, Japan versus South Africa, Wembley. November 8th, in the Stade de France, France versus South Africa. November 15th, Italy versus South Africa in Torino. November 22nd, Ireland versus South Africa at Aviva in Dublin. And then finally, Wales. On the surface, this should be Japan victory, Italy victory, Wales victory, easy. The challenges will be France, Ireland. On paper. But you don't play on paper, you play on the pitch. So it's up to the Wallabies to get it done tonight. It does sound like a cult, Matthew. So here comes A-O-2. Here comes the New Zealand anthem. Jaden Randall singing it. All right, I think that's enough. Yeah, the France and Ireland games should be the challenges, both of which are winnable. But Springboks have not played well against Ireland the past several years. So they need to get their crap together this year and win all of those games on the road. Need to win all of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more matches this season. 6 if you count today. And they've already lost to Australia and New Zealand. Scott Barrett, the captain of New Zealand. Nations. The bonds. Okay. Our voices we entreat. God defend our freedom. Actually, the United States has defended your freedom. I'm not sure God has defended your freedom. So, where is this at? There you go. List of Springboks Rugby Union Test matches. 2025. Well, it's going backwards here. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, now it's Advance Australia. Well, they don't have this season. I have last season when they were 11-2. You have to run the table to be 11-2 this year again. Let's take a look at the World Rugby standings where the Springboks are back on top. World Rugby standings, the Springboks have 91.62 points. Ireland is number 2. They've stayed 2. They haven't been playing. 89.83. Then New Zealand, 89.28. Young and free. Not really, you're woke. Woke is less than freedom. I have to say, it's one of the best renditions of it I've ever heard. She's a pretty good singer. We've also got scarves. Do they hand scarves out? Everybody's got these scarves in the one section. Maybe just the Richie Rich has got the scarves. All right, that's the anthems. We're ready to get started here. James Slipper's final international test match, and fittingly it comes against the All Blacks in Perth. Looks like it might be this synthetic natural mix here for the turf in Perth. 151st match. It is on subscriber mode. It is on subscribers for 20 minutes only. So I'm shutting off. So I've turned off the chat, folks. That has been shut off. It was subscribers only mode for 20 minutes. I've turned off the chat and give the little hate wanker some time to disappear. YouTube does nothing to protect content creators. They allow this garbage to happen. So I've turned off the chat for everybody. So, yep. Yep. So it's just going to stay off for a while. I'll turn it back on a little bit later because of that asshat. But yeah, it was set for 20 minutes. And he still came back in there, waited his 20 minutes. And I've been on for 40 minutes now. So 20 minutes would have been, yeah, so he waited right for the broadcast time. So the Haka is underway. Now the All Blacks using props. He's got a little pretend knife. The Haka is becoming boring. All Blacks are wearing all same boots. Yeah, it's becoming old. The longer I watch rugby, the less interesting it is. We're ready to get started here. James Slipper in his final test match. Another name, an iconic name we're going to see disappear from the game. So it looks like people think Australia is back. I wouldn't disagree with that, but a handful of poll votes. Yeah, I don't know that name, Lakanepo. That doesn't sound African. Oh, Tane Edmond is playing in number 10. Yeah, I got him. Okay. For the Wallabies. So, ready to get started here. The Bledsoe Cup. I thought that was already decided for New Zealand. There it sits. So it's kind of weird with the chat turned off, but it's necessary because we've got a clown out there. The Bledsoe Cup, already in the hands of the All Blacks for this season. I don't understand how that works. The Freedom Cup that South Africa also plays. So, got the Calcutta Cup for Scotland. Matthew Carley, and we're ready to get started here, folks. Finally, after for almost an hour being online here, 43 minutes, we're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matthew Carley's whistle blows, and the Wallabies receive the ball in an overcast, rainy Perth skyline. And they've taken inside to 22. Leroy Carter down there for the tackle. Wallabies form a ruck. Ball is dug out. Call to use it. 23 seconds in. Let's go ahead and get the scoreboard up. That's a kicked in a touch. So we're underway now. 38 seconds, and from the 10-meter line, it's an All Blacks line-out successful. It goes in the hands of Scott Barrett. It comes down with it, and here they come. Ooh, Jordy Barrett handed that ball off right in the center there. Ruck formed by the All Blacks. Roygaard sends it. Comes in near side. That's a confusing pass. Winds up getting over into the hands of Lester Fainunka, and he gets forward about 10 more meters. Roygaard to McKenzie. And there's Artie Sevilla with his first carry. One of my favorite players, Artie Sevilla. So Wallabies trying to steal that ball, but can't quite get their hands on it. Now he does. And a penalty. Oh, we got a little pushing and shoving going on here. Oh, no love lost here. Just a minute and a half into the game, a little pushing and shoving as the Wallabies win. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Matthew Carley. Will Skelton in trouble here. Penalty reversed. It's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, he shoved the player to the ground afterwards. Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get a card. Will Skelton, that's pretty dirty play by Will Skelton. Lucky he didn't get a card there. And so the All Blacks will go for the points now. Yep. Yeah, Will Skelton threw the player to the ground. It was unnecessary, so it's going to cost his team dearly. As McKenzie lines it up from 46 meters straight on. And the Wallabies had won a penalty there. They could have put themselves down deep in All Blacks position. But he's 11 of 12 this season, so McKenzie's likely to make this one. No, he missed it. Wide. Wow, lucky break for the Wallabies there. Damien McKenzie misses only his second kick of the season on a straight shot, and he's just wide of the pole to the left. Get their coach up there making funny faces. If you're wondering why the chat's turned off, it's, folks, because Scott Robertson making funny faces. And the All Blacks got hands in the ruck. That should have been a penalty there. Side entry in the ruck. No penalty there. So already the All Blacks get away with All Blacks rules here. Side entry, hands in the ruck right there. No call. They're trying to slow the ball down. But Michael Hooper goes forward for the Wallabies. They're going to go wide on the outside. Nice dummy there. Running right into the All Blacks. Call to use it. Box kick over the top by Jake Gordon. Caught at midfield. Very courageous catch there by the All Blacks. By McKenzie. Oh, knock on by the All Blacks. The ball's available to the Wallabies. Here they go. Space on the outside. Looking for help. Advantage over. It was like 3 seconds. How is the advantage over? What is going on with Carl Dixon here, man? Get his head out of his back. Or Matthew Carley, get his head out of his backside. To the wing. Had to wait for the ball. But the Wallabies have it on the outside over midfield now. Now back behind midfield. And the All Blacks are all offsides here. Now they retreat. Slipper with a carry. Ball's nearly scarfed up by the All Blacks, but they don't get it. Oh, ours offsides there. And now the Wallabies have 3 guys down the sideline. Here they come. Down to the 22. Dudley back to the outside. They cut inside. Wallabies at about 18 meters out now. Pressure coming for the All Blacks. Nice passes. Len Ikitau with his first carry goes right into a wall. He's on his knees, tackle, and it's a penalty advantage for the Wallabies. The chance. Look at this slow ball. As you've got Artie Sevilla playing the ball on the ground. No penalty there. They are playing an advantage now. Oh, Max Jorgensen nearly breaks through. Oh, nice passing here by the Wallabies. Slipper. Emmett. Man, look at this play. Fantastic by the Wallabies. They're down about 15 meters away. Len Ikitau cuts it back inside the scrum half, who places the ball. And he's saying it's a knock-on. What's the knock-on for? That's nonsense. There was no knock-on there. So Australia has a chance to convert it. Never onside was number 7. That would be Artie Sevilla. They're going to go for the post. So here comes the play. They're going for the post. And the kick is good. The Wallabies draw first blood. 3-0. Australia 3, New Zealand 0. Mods, be ready. Here's David McKenzie to the far side of the pitch. The Wallabies go up. They drop it, knock it on, and turn it over to the All Blacks. An advantage playing the 9. And then the Wallabies pick it up, but they're going to come back for that. Play the 9's arm. Yep, that's the right call. Matthew Carley. Interesting how he sees the Wallabies playing the 9, but not the All Blacks. The All Blacks are not going for 3 points. They're going for the corner. All right. Set themselves up down here. It's terrible. Poor play there by Nick Frost. Oh, yeah. I played a 9's arm. Here we go. 10-meter line out for the All Blacks. They're into them all. They bring it out quickly. Roygaard, down to 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter. Held up. Short. That's in. That's a try. But initially should have been a held up call. He was held up over the line, and he gave him a chance to give it back. So the All Blacks have a try, and I couldn't see who it was. It looks like it's Leroy Carter. So here it's over the line, held up, and then they rip it out. Yeah, it's Leroy Carter that gets it. So Carter gets the first try of the game. All right. It's over. And it's 7-3. And there are people cheering. There are All Blacks fans in Perth. 7-3 All Blacks. Not looking good. Yeah, definitely over the line. That's a try. But it should have been held up. All because the Wallabies dropped the ball on the restart. See, this is terrible. Teams can't live with success. Here's the restart inside the 22. All Blacks take it there. That was a forward pass by the All Blacks at the 22, right in front of Dixon, or Matthew Carley. McKenzie kicks the ball high into the air, goes up to midfield, taking it to 47-meter line. Soali down to the 10-meter line. Here come the Wallabies right back. Fly half, holds on to it, takes inside the 10-meter line. And then the All Blacks are off their feet playing the ball. There's a penalty right in front of the post. Never on the ball. That one he got right. Carl Dixon, or I keep saying Carl Dixon. It's Matthew Carley. Matthew Carley gets it correct. They're going to go for the points. These are easy 3 points. Yeah, the All Blacks dove off their feet. Call them that time. It was obvious. They're going for the post. Yeah. So a penalty on the All Blacks. Thank you, Larry Delport. So Tane Edmed, excuse me. $20 seconds on the shot clock. That's right down Broadway and Vine, and it's perfect. 15 meters past the post, and it's 7-6. We got 10 minutes into the game, and it's 7-6. All right, so here we go. McKenzie, restart. This is where they had trouble last time, around the 22. But this time it's taken by a different player. Past the 22. Comes back inside the 22. Wallabies going to go through some phases now. Driven backwards. Ball's available. Use it as the call from Matthew Carley. High into the air, but not particularly deep. Who's going to get this? Knocked forward by the All Blacks into the hands of the Wallabies. It should be a knock-on advantage. It wasn't called. Fraser McWright. Will Skelton, who cost his team dearly early on. Pollard. Oh, nice ball handling here by the... Oh, Wallabies nearly break through over midfield. Max Jorgensen, always dangerous. They just caught him. Nice passing here again by the Wallabies, driving forward. Hands in the ruck, no penalty. Out to the wing, nice pass. It was good. Oh, that's forward. There goes Max Jorgensen on the wing. Here come the Wallabies. They're good passes, making sure it's going backwards here. Wow, some really exciting play here by the Wallabies. They've saved this for the last match of the season here in the Rugby Championship. Nearly ran into there, but no. Oh. Here we go. Man, this is brilliant stuff. Inside the 22, here come the Wallabies. Back inside, down to 5 meters. He needs players' help. He's got 8 All Blacks chasing him. Oh, no way. Down to 3 meters. They're going to be across. James Slipper, did he get in? He's short at the try line. Slipper. Let Ikitau. Is he over? He's short. Ikitau's short. The All Blacks scramble to get on the line. Now they're there. The Wallabies missed their moment. There it is. There's the try. It's over. Yes. And the Wallabies score. An unbelievable sequence of play here for Australia. Wow. They've come to play tonight, folks. Woo. Alan Alatoa, I think is the one who scored it. Wow, that was exciting. Time off. What are we going to look at? TMO check. They're not going to look for the grounding. They're going to look for something else. Oh, crap. Yep. Tom Hooper. Oh. Yep. That's a crock roll. No try. Oh, man. That's going to cost him a try. Oh. Shame. Oh. Oh, is Barrett hurt? That looks bad. Oh my gosh, Brody Barrett, man, that's horrible. That's horrible. Wow. Oh, that replay is wicked. So, Hooper just cost his team badly. Tom Hooper, not Michael Hooper. Wow. 12:53 yellow card. Tom Hooper in the box, in the bin. So the try is wiped off. Kick back the other way now. What a shame. What an exciting try by the Wallabies. Wiped off the board. Alan Alatoa lost a try he should have had. Jorgensen kicks it back the other way into the 22. Taken by McKenzie. What's Barrett? Okay. Looks like he's okay. I don't know how he didn't snap his ankle there. It's very flexible. Knocked on by the All Blacks. And they blow the whistle. Yep, it's going to come for scrum to the Wallabies. Yeah, Biker Wolf, but it's unfortunately overturned. It was a hell of a try, but it's overturned. That was Jordy Barrett. He went up fine on that. Looks like he wasn't hurt on that play. Thank goodness. I would really hate to see quality players, any players get hurt, but seeing a great player go out like that would have been a shame. In fact, we've got one of the front rowers going off for the Skelton going away. Wow, Skelton is off. What's going on with him? Is it HIA? Skelton is out. And Williams comes in replacement, Jeremy Williams. HIA. So I think he's got an HIA. Scrum to the Wallabies now. The good side is it'll kill some of Tom Hooper's yellow card, down to 8:36 now. Crouch. Bind. Set. Ikitau. Edmund cuts through down to the 10-meter line. That guy's got some moves. Nice fly half. Alan Alato had the try wiped out. Oh, that was not the best of passes. Right into traffic. Slipper with a carry. Tackled. Ball's loose on the turf. And offside once again to the All Blacks. No call there. They're way offside. 5 meters in the backfield before the ball's even tackled. Now here's an advantage. It's a kickable penalty. Pollard tackled. Another not rolling away. What are they going to do? Max Jorgensen. They're going to take the points from the 10-meter line. I'll bet they take the points. So Carly is complaining about Scott Barrett, his players, going in and tackling early. Going for the post? Goal. Okay, here we go. So a chance to get the lead back for Australia. .91 watching. Okay, that's great to see 91. But we got a Hooper with that yellow card. Down to 7 minutes on the yellow card now. This will kill a minute more. This young kid here, Tane Edmund, 25 seconds on the shot clock. This is a 40-meter kick. And looks like he's going to hit it straight on. He does, and it's 9-7. The Wallabies out in front. And they go up, down a man. So well done on their part here. Tane Edmund looking pretty good here as the Wallabies go back in front. 9-7. Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Missed about the card. Going to be your red card, or is it going to stay? Okay. Whew. I thought the it was high. So Tom Hooper catches a break there. Oof. Well, I think that could have been a red card. Here's a restart. McKenzie goes that same corner of the 22. Caught on the fly there by the Wallabies. Charging up, diving forward. Peter Lockie made the tackle. Here come the Wallabies near side. Ikitau. Suali is going loose. He's up over the 10-meter line. And the Wallabies are moving with a purpose here. Max Jorgensen. Oh, high tackle there by McKenzie. Shoulder to shoulder. No call. I wonder if the TMO will look at that. The All Blacks are laying on the ground, slowing the ball down. How about a penalty right there? Side entry. Off their feet. They already warned Scott Barrett about this, and his other players did the exact same thing. So it's kicked high into the air, not going very far. And it's knocked on by the All Blacks, so the Wallabies have it. That worked out well for them. Edmund kicks it to the wing. It's going to be too much. Oh, too much. Dalgunu couldn't quite get there. Couldn't quite get there. So McKenzie's tackle was legit. I just saw the replay. Just looked high live. Edmund had the right idea, but kicked a little too far. So I guess the advantage was over with that kick, so it's All Blacks ball now. Line out. Challenged and stolen by the Wallabies. They chase it down. And a side entry again by Scott Barrett. There's the penalty this time. Yeah, Barrett, you knew you were wrong. Side entry, clearly. So what are they going to do this time? I think they'll kick for the corner this time with the lead. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. 18 minutes, 33 seconds in the contest, and I'm correct. They're going to go for the sideline. Okay, so with the lead, they're going to try to get a try. That's not a great kick. It'll be out around the 18-meter line. I could see where that one went out. Yeah, Barrett, side entry right there. So, at about 18 meters, here we go. It's been 76% possession for the Wallabies. Pollard. Billy Pollard throws it in. Successful. Player touched the air, but not straight. The Wallabies turn it over. Yeah, it's not straight. Scrummer line out. World Rugby, not Super Rugby. Matthew Carley is correcting the All Blacks. Hey, it's World Rugby, not Super Rugby. The rules are different. 3 minutes left on the yellow card to Hooper. Yeah, it is, but they're only up by 2 points, despite having the ball 76% of the time. So basically, out of 20 minutes, they've had it for 15. Clock is still going. Joe Smith, Australia's head coach. Crouch. Bind. Set. 2:37 left on the yellow card to Hooper. And the All Blacks are shoving them backwards. Good scrum, but they bring it out. And they got an advantage. Going to come back. Pull down on the scrum. It never collapsed, so I don't understand that. So a penalty against the Wallabies in the scrum, that's not good. Can't afford to have trouble at scrum time. McKenzie kicks it for distance. He's going to find touch, and not very far, actually. Down around the 10-meter line. Yeah. Here's now the line out now at the 10-meter line. Cody Taylor will throw it in for the All Blacks. This time is successful. Ooh, Wallaby player fell on his back. So they got them all going. Cam Roygaard at the back of that, ready to take the ball. But now they break free. Cody Taylor with the ball. Ball squirts. Roygaard somehow got that ball away to Leroy Carter, the try scorer from midfield. McKenzie now. They come wide. Here come the All Blacks down the outside channels. Will Jordan finally chased down around the 22. Ball falls forward, but no knock-on call there. All Blacks inside the 22. Wallabies on the back foot now. Oh, there's lots of numbers out wide, but they come into the center, right into Len Ikitau. And now the Wallabies get a chance to respond. They do, and it's, oh, what a tackle! What a huge tackle by the Wallabies. And then a knock-on advantage. My goodness. Wasted possession there. What a tackle. Wallabies, but we're down to 41 seconds on the card. Yeah, so it was a knock-on by the All Blacks, but they didn't call it initially. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it was. I said this over here. Will Jordan had a knock-on. They never called it. So TMO overruled that. So it should be Wallabies ball. Yeah, the Wallabies are killing that yellow card. It's over now. Clock stopped at 22:27. 32 seconds on the card, excuse me. So Hooper's still in the sim bin with 32 seconds left. 22:27. Line. Set. Sorry, my nails caught on things. Pack weights are almost even. Wallabies hold up this time. Oh, that was a forward pass. Edmund. Max Jorgensen on the near side. Pick up 20, 25 meters. Finally to tackle him. Max Jordan does a brilliant job, but he better get rid of that ball. He doesn't. Off the feet. Harry Potter. Off their feet. Yep. Wasted Max Jorgensen's run. And worse, they give him the ball back to the All Blacks. That should be the yellow card over now. Will Skelton failed the HIA. So he's done. So Skelton is out for the rest of the game with the HIA. So the yellow card's over. Full strength now for the Wallabies. All Blacks lose the line out. Turn it over to the Wallabies. They got space on the outside. Len Ikital sends it down the pitch. Straight into touch. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, the Wallabies dodged one, Trooper. That's right. Crouch. Fine. Set. They've won all 33 of their scrums this year, the Wallabies. That's unheard of. Early engagement by the All Blacks. Free kick here. High into the air. Chase is on. Who's going to get this? And the All Blacks come away with it. I thought they knocked it on. So the All Blacks have it. Midfield. Barrett tackled short of midfield. Alan Alatoa give the tackle. McKenzie high into the air, returning the favor to the other side of the pitch. And nicely done. What a take there by the Wallabies. And now, okay. Roy Guard finally got out of the way. James Slipper, tackle at the 10-meter line. Dungunu now comes back up the 10-meter line. Not releasing the ball, though. Advantage. Tackler not rolling away. He's very clear about the penalties. Kick, they're going to get advantage here. Yep, now he's calling the penalties on the All Blacks at the breakdown. They got away with a lot in the first 10, 15 minutes. Now he's calling the penalties. With the $250 million USAR, what's USAR is getting from World Rugby? This match could be heading to USL next year. I don't know what you're saying there, Trooper. Here's a kick by Emden. And he puts it in touch. It'll be out around the 35-meter line. Wallabies wasted one here a little while ago with a bad, not straight. This one's straight. They have it. Edmund now. Fraser McWright with a carry. Here come the Wallabies now, leading 9-7. Sualihi, they come wide. Oh, nice job by Jorgensen picking it up on the bounce, but it's going to go all the way through the try zone. A little too much mustard on that. He saved it. It was Harry Potter, actually, not Max Jorgensen. Harry Potter. A little too much mustard on that one. Farid Aloy, so welcome back to you. 95 people currently here, folks. Be sure to hit the like button. So what's going on here? Got a scrum over here. (28-17) in the first half. The thing about the All Blacks is you cannot take your foot off the pedal until that final whistle is blown. They can come back from almost anything at any time. Never trust the All Blacks. Crouch. Bind. Set. All Black scrum. Nothing happening here. Now it wheels and a penalty advantage. And here comes the All Blacks down the sideline. Cam Roygaard bounces off a tackle. And another penalty advantage for high tackle. Roygaard to McKenzie. The ball's lost backwards. Play on, he says. McKenzie finally tackled. They are playing an advantage. Come to their side. Jordy Barrett, he's on the chase. He bounces off of a Wallabies player. Oh, the advantage is over. Wow. Oh, offside, yeah, so he's going to stop. Huh. Almost 30 minutes in the first half. Accidental offside. So scrum to the All Blacks. Yeah, the TRC trophy is in Twickenham, but the Springboks have got to get it done. I'd rather see the Wallabies win here. I'd love to see the All Blacks lose. If the Wallabies, who are 7th position, beat the All Blacks, they'll move up. I'd love to see that and see New Zealand go backwards. As long as the All Blacks do poorly, I'm a happy camper. Clock stopped at 30 minutes and 1 second here. Waiting for the scrum. But the All Blacks can score in a heartbeat, so. And they know it. That's why they're always confident. Boy, the fans are such a long way from the pitch here in Perth. I imagine this to be a World Cup site, and I'll probably be at this stadium. Crouch. Bind. Set. A nice overhead view. Call to use it. They bring it out. Cam Roygaard digs it out. Goes to McKenzie. Fanganua goes. He's still going. Held up. That's tackle. He never got his knee to the ground. Scott Barrett driving forward. Roygaard looking for space. They got him. He looked very dangerous there. Is it jackled? And there's a penalty advantage as the Wallabies jackal the ball. The All Blacks couldn't get it placed. Well done. That's awesome. 31 minutes off the clock now. Big penalty in the game. So after this, folks, it'll be the Springboks game. Oh, man. Oof. Watching the replay there. So they kick it down the pitch, and with nearly 32 minutes off the clock, it'll be a Wallabies lineup. We got to make it straight. It is stolen by the All Blacks. All the way back to the 22. Artie Sevilla sends it over. And there goes Jordy Barrett up the middle. Who's going to get it? Oh, we're in trouble here. The All Blacks are going to go all the way. Slow chase by. There it is. Wow. And the crowd's cheering. As Quinn Tupaia gets the ball all the way back. I think we got time off the TMO to see if something happened here. It's a try. Yeah, that's a knock on by, that's going to be overturned. Oh, no, it's off his head, not his hands. So it's no offside, so it's a try is good. Yep. Wow. I knew we were in trouble. What did I say? They can score instantaneously. Artie Sevilla got us started. And the problem is the Wallabies are taking their time to get to the ball. They're so slow. Tupai gets a try. Wow. Just like that, the All Blacks are on top. He missed the target. Wow, how did he miss that? A restart goes straight into touch, and all goes bad here, or no. Ah, Carl Dixon says it did not go out. Overruled. Come back to midfield. So overruled. 33-29 is now 12-9 after the conversion was missed by the All Blacks. Let's see this. Yep, it's costing them. Wallabies' mistakes are killing them here. Relax, Michael Paul. Get a grip. I'm a little busy doing multiple things here. I don't have a studio and people running the graphics for me. I have to do it myself. Takes a moment. Doesn't going to change the outcome of the game. There's no play right now. People just standing around. Crouch. Bind. Set. All Blacks from midfield. Roy Guy puts it in the pipe. Digs it out the back. Here come the All Blacks over midfield. Oh, that's a little bit forward. So Roygaard has it down deep inside the 22. Scott Barrett sends it over off the fingertips of Williams. We're going to come back. Offside against the Wallabies. Tap and go. Here come the All Blacks. Down to 3 meters, 2 meters. He's in. Quinn Tupaia with a brace just like that. Just like that. That one's no question about that one. Oh, boy. Yep. 17-9. Just like that. Seventeen and 9, 15 seconds on the shot clock. McKenzie, 5 shots, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. And he's going to get that one. Nope, it hit the post and he missed again. 17 and 9. $17-9 is the score. So, Wallabies coming unglued here late in the first half. Here's the restart. All because they couldn't keep it in play on the restart. This time the Wallabies just outside their 22. Ruck is formed, call to use it. Artie Sevilla comes over to join the ruck. Cam Roygaard took it back inside of 22. Kicks it high into the air. It was just about midfield. Suali is tackled immediately. He places the ball. And the ball gets stripped out by the All Blacks. They have it. Roygaard behind midfield. Barrett to McKenzie. McKenzie. Oh! Big hit there, but he rolls off of it. Faiganuka's still going. Then he throws it away. It's a knock-on. So the Wallabies have it. And then they throw it away to Scott Barrett. Going to come back for the scrum to the Wallabies. 2.5 minutes remain in the first half. It all came apart very quickly. Wallabies had a 9-7 lead just moments ago. Huge swing in momentum here after 30 minutes. It was all Wallabies for 30 minutes, and now it's gone sideways. All New Zealand. Here's a line out for Billy Pollard to throw it in. That's not straight. They get away with that one. Here comes Len Ikitau. Oh, Max Jorgensen takes a bad pass. Keeps it going. Great. Wow. Wallabies down inside the 10-meter line. They can come back. James Slipper trying to get something going here, but not much there. Ahmed knocks it on. Right in his hands. So it's a knock-on advantage to the All Blacks. Scrum. The fly half just dropped that. That was not straight, that line out. They got away with one there. But karma, they come back and they lose the ball. Max Jorgensen, dangerous as always. What a great pass. Sent that ball back to Daugunu. The only place where fans are close to the pitch is the corners. All 4 corners, they're down right on the field. Everything else is looped away from the field. Crouch. Bind. 40 seconds left in the first half. It's set. Cam Roygaard puts it in. Call to use it. He does. He kicks it down the pitch. Max Jorgensen picks it up back there. Inside 22. Sends it back the other way. Finds touch. So what's the call here? 18 seconds left in the first half. Wallabies aren't out of it yet, but not looking good. Excuse me. 39-52. So one more try. Well, right now it's a bonus point. 3 more tries, the other team. There's the hooter. That's not straight. but the All Blacks knock it back. Roygaard dancing around out there over midfield, finally tackled. All Blacks aren't finished here. They want more. With Hooters already gone. Over midfield. And the Wallabies are off their feet trying to play the ball. They've been warned twice now. Fraser McWright can't get there. Lakai's tackle now. He gets it to Roygaard. Roygaard to McKenzie. McKenzie offloads the ball outside to Will Jordan. Jordan dancing around. He's tackled inside the 10-meter line. All Blacks still pushing for something here in the first half. Lakai sends it wide. Oh, it knocked on there. Kick forward by the Wallabies. The chase is on. But the All Blacks get it. They're just going to kick it. Oof, yeah. Yeah, I think that Leroy Carter's going to kick it into touch just to end that half. Man, the All Blacks almost found themselves in trouble. Outscored 3 tries to 0, trailing 17-9. It's halftime in Perth at Optus Stadium. 8 point is the differential here. All Blacks have to be happy with that performance after 30 minutes. But prior to that, should have been nervous. But that's the All Blacks. They can strike in a heartbeat. Halftime. Alan Alato here. All right, so Alan Alatoa there, giving his thoughts in the first half, and the Wallabies trailing 17-9 after one half in the Rugby Championship. Final game of the season here for this competition for both sides, and the last game of the competition will be coming out from Twickenham just a little bit later on. I'll be covering that, of course. It is the Springboks, the guest at Twickenham against the Pumas, a home game for the Pumas in London. Twickenham, what a lovely spot. So it doesn't look good for the Wallabies at this point. Instead of going into the locker rooms ahead, they gave up 3 tries, 2 of them easy tries, very soft tries to the All Blacks, who are now leading 17-9. They've missed 2 conversions, 2 of the 3 conversions, so that is why they only have 17 points. Otherwise, it'd be 21-9. It'd be a much uglier situation than it currently is. So halftime marker comes up, and we're at half. All right, folks, please enjoy this as I stretch my legs. It's Springbok glory. I'm sorry for you All Black fans, but we are Springbok fans here.
Under the southern sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor, they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirits soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. Through the blood, the sweat, the tears,
And it appears we've got a request for Sweeney's Jeans. This is from Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. Where the heck is my music at there? Where'd it go? Interesting. There it is. All right. So do we have we don't have the desktop on. I've got to turn that on mute. Hang on a second. Otherwise I'll get a copyright claim. There we go. Put that on mute before they come on. And what's strange, the stadium's got like the lights out on one end. That's really weird. Yeah, half the lights are on. Kids are playing on one end. The other end of the stadium's in darkness. I don't think I've ever seen that before at a stadium. Anyway, interesting. So, Sweeney's Jeans. Sydney Sweeney. Hope you enjoy this one. Yeah, you're not hearing sound now because I got microphone off because you don't need to hear me cursing. So the sound should have been playing fine. I don't know why you can't hear it. I can hear the sound coming through. You guys are correct. There's no sound. That doesn't make any sense at all. Why the sound's not coming through?
There's no sound. That doesn't make any sense at all. Why the sound's
So I just fixed this yesterday. Let's try it again. Now there's nothing. I hate this frickin' software at times. It says, first it said there was sound going through, now there's no sound. So I'm just going to delete this. Oh, man, I hate this. Remove. Yes, remove. And add it back again. Okay, audio. Wow. Very audio output. Desktop, capture desktop audio. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's try it again. See if you guys can hear it this time. Oh, boy. Let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. Now you hear it.
I gave up on denim, thought it was dead. But Sydney's jeans turned my head. Faded blue with a reckless vibe, like a memory I can't untie. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. Thread so fine, they tell a tale. Every rip's a story, every stitch a sail. She walks the streets, she owns the scene. I'm chasing dreams in Sydney's jeans. They bring the past into the now. I'm sold, I'm hooked, I don't know how. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. Blue waves crashing on my thighs, wearing the stars under open skies. Sydney's vibe is the fire I crave. Denim dreams that can't behave. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. Sydney's jeans.
Sydney's jeans. All right, folks, I appreciate you telling me there's no sound, and I get that, but let me just tell you what I'm dealing with here. So this is what I see, and so I have no idea that you have no sound going out because I'm not hearing the things of you because you're a few seconds behind me. But look at this. You'll see the levels here for desktop audio output at the top. See that? Desktop audio output. Where's that? Get a picture there. There we go. At the top there. That's the top one. And you'll see that it's in the yellow, almost red. So that's what's playing. And so for all accounts, the software is telling me that the music is playing through the software. You're getting a channel. But obviously it's BS. It's bull squirt. And that happens periodically with the software. It's very annoying. So thank you for telling me that the sound wasn't there. Players coming back out on the pitch now. So watch. You'll be able to hear this now.
Side Harry Wilson and the Wallabies, that rain persist.
Yeah, so you should have been able to hear that. The rain is still coming down in Perth. Let me turn off the halftime marker here, and we're ready for the second half. Yeah, so I have no control over that. I mean, I have no, so thank you for letting me. It's not that I can be charged, but they have to win by the bonus point or the differential. So if the Wallabies keep racking up points, the Springboks could be in trouble. So James Slipper in his final game. So Australia played well for 30 minutes. Didn't rack up the points, and now they're in trouble. Matthew Carley talking to the Wallabies players. All right, so the All Blacks ready. Thank you, Andre Mostart. 84 people currently here. Thanks for tuning in. We're ready for the second half to get underway. We'll take a short break after this game, and then it's the Springboks. Still raining in Perth. Remember, the Wallabies had a try race and a croc roll by Tom Hooper. And inside the 22, and the All Blacks have it. The Wallabies show up for the tackle immediately. I presume you can still hear me. Let me double check. Yeah, you can hear me. Good. Ball's kicked into touch. It'll be a Wallabies line out. That's a good kick. He's claiming it's right where it went out. That's interesting. Here's a line out. They go deep, and the Wallabies can't secure it, but there it is. The All Blacks get it. Cody Taylor. There's Jordy Barrett. Barrett, ooh, he runs into a wall at midfield. Tackle. Jordy Barrett goes down. Cam Roygaard goes wide. Ball is going to bounce up into the hands of Jorgensen at 22. He's got to keep it in play, and it does stay in play. Back at the 38-meter line, the other side. Leroy Carter now playing a big role here for the All Blacks. Drives up to midfield. Tackle just past midfield by the Wallabies. Ball's available. Cam Roygaard goes to the outside. Now he's got McKenzie. McKenzie kicks it forward, and Jorgensen gets there, picks it up. He's going to take off. Max Jorgensen running through players up to the 10-meter line. Tackle there. Here come the Wallabies now. Emden. Wilson just short of the 10-meter line. Wallabies now. They come wide on the outside. Harry Potter gets that ball off. Oh, that ball's bouncing around back there, and the fly half has it. Edmund, but he needs help. Players need to get in place. The ruck is formed. Counter ruck coming from the All Blacks. The All Blacks are slowing the ball down now. Scott Barrett laying on top of the ball. No penalty call. Wilson with a carry now for the Wallabies. Jake Gordon digs it out. Iketal, Williams. Oh, and they throw it to the All Blacks. Oh, huge mistake. The tackle without the ball. And Cody Taylor has it on the outside for the All Blacks. Max Jorgensen saves it, makes the tackle. But the All Blacks have the ball after it was handed to them, literally handed to them. Barrett now. Artie Sevilla bounces on the outside to Leroy Carter. Carter loses the ball backwards. Wilson now, and the Wallabies have them at the 10-meter line. Tackle made there. Ruck is formed. And a call for Daugunu to back off. McKenzie, nice ball. Good passes here. Coming to the near side. Here comes Leroy Carter dancing. He's not going anywhere. He's tackled immediately. Wilson with a nice tackle there. Back to the center it goes into the hands of Fabian Holland. Holland, the first time we called his number in this game. Slippers at the bottom of that pile, trying to jackal the ball. Roygaard, McKenzie to Lakai, just over midfield. Lakai, tackle there. The All Blacks go, and they finally had enough of they kick it down the pitch. Is that a 50-22? Is it a 50-22? Or was it taken back? It was taken back, so it's not a 50-22. So the Wallabies are pushed back deep in their own zone. Yeah, no 50-22. 98 people here, folks. Be sure to hit that like button. Drive us higher. Try to get to that 100 mark. Here we go. 17-9. Line out, which has been trouble for the Wallabies. They go deep, but they manage to get this one. Nick Frost gets it to Gordon. Hooper carries forward. Wallabies deep in their own territory, going to dig it out here. Jake Gordon over the top. He kicks it, looking for touch. He found touch there, but where's the mark? Oh, that's a good kick. That'll take him back out beyond the 10-meter line as the rain comes pouring down. Joe Schmidt up in the booth. Nick White is up there. James Slipper's done. That's it. 44 minutes, he leaves the pitch. James Slipper, the end of his career.
That's a mark of the man. Absolute top bloke, first and foremost. Outstanding rugby player, second.
Wow.
Nothing more than representing his country.
Robertson comes in for Slipper.
These test matches, he gives 100% at all times. James Slipper, well done, mate. Hats off to you.
Well, there you go. James Slipper ends his international test career. Line out, they go short to the All Blacks. Into the hands of Fainunga. Fainunga's tackled over midfield. Cam Roygaard to Lakai. Lakai. Oh, that's a big hit. Quaitupai. Oh, my goodness. Quintupai. They come wide, and it goes behind Carter. It goes into touch. But we're going to come back for a penalty for a high tackle. So, yeah. They throw it into touch, but it's going to be a high tackle. Yeah, it's a clear high tackle. And we're going to go TMO for a review of this now.
Looking at the high tackle, yes?
Correct, yeah, we're looking at the actions of 12 gold here.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Len Ikitel. Could be in trouble. Oh, yeah, that's a card. That's a card.
And
Foul
the player is upright, so it means the yellow card threshold.
And it's going to go to the booth.
For an off-road review.
Yep.
Echo,
That might be upgraded to red cards.
Correct.
Upright, yellow card, off-field review.
Yep, that's the right call. Len Ikitel, 44-58. Oof. It is the right call. Man, it's the second card. So the TV announcers think it's not going to be an upgraded red card. They think it's low degree of danger. I disagree. It's no low degree of danger. He's upright. He charges right into his head. It'll be reviewed by the booth at World Rugby. All right. So here's the All Blacks line out from 30 meters away now. And they knock it backwards. And the Wallabies almost get to it. There goes Cam Roygaard. He breaks free. He throws it away. And the Wallabies have it. Edmund kicks it down the pitch. That ball's going to be all the way back to the 26-meter line. Taken over there by Leroy Carter. No, it's Will Jordan. Jordan over midfield before anybody finds him. Finally tackled the 10-meter line. And a penalty for not releasing off the feet. All Blacks are off their feet. So good break there for the Wallabies. You guys are pushing for likes. Thank you for that. Here's Edmed kicking it on the pitch. I don't think it's going to get that far. Mark's going to be up around 30-meter line. Yeah, two players off their feet. They just dove in there. Man. Williams and Holland both dove off their feet. So now it's a Wallabies line out. They've had a lot of trouble with these from the All Blacks 37-meter line. All Blacks are not lining up properly. Five guys in the line out. Here we go. Line out is good. They've got it. Here we go. Gordon over the middle. Down a player. Tom Hooper carries it. Gordon over the middle. It goes back the other direction. Oh, nice job there. And the Wallabies drive down to about 26 meters. Nicely done. Threw it behind the player. Excellent work there. Wallabies now trying to get something going here. All Blacks adjusting. And Max Jorgensen, nowhere for him to run. He runs right into Carter. And the All Blacks dive on top of the pile. Are they going to get the ball? No, it's available. And a penalty. And there goes Gordon. Takes off. Down to about 15 meters. Skip taking the points and just took it off. And then now we have slow ball again. Oh, tackling the 9. But he came out of the ruck, so the ball is out. Still the Wallabies ball. Wilson kicks it forward. Who's going to get inside the try zone? And it's down back there by the All Blacks. Goal line dropout. Oof. Wallabies killing this card. Simon Parker down that ball for the All Blacks in the try zone. Goal line drop kick. 48 minutes now. 6:39 left on it. Yellow stays a yellow. It's not a red card. Kick down the pitch at the 45-meter line taken by the Wallabies. Edmund to Hooper. Tom Hooper runs right into a wall. Cody Taylor, he pushes forward. So outside the 22 now, the crowd getting into it. Pollard for the Wallabies. And the All Blacks slowing the ball down at the breakdown. No penalty call there. Big carry forward. Gordon. Edmund kicks it right into the arms, and that's going to be a mark. Not a smart move. So the All Blacks kick it down the pitch. But that didn't go all that far. But back to the 42-meter line. 43-meter line. As Will Jordan clears it. And the rain continues to come down in Perth, folks. Rain coming down in Perth. You got 5:54 left on Len Ikital's yellow card. Australia not showing much here. They've had a few opportunities, but they squandered them. The All Blacks have lost 2 lineouts. The Wallabies have lost 3. It is really coming down now in sheets, folks. Rain is just pouring as if somebody turned a faucet on. Lineout's not challenged. They've got it. Pollard to Gordon. Gordon McWright doesn't know what to do with it. But the Wallabies now trying to get back to the 10-meter line. They drive to the 10-meter line. All Blacks laying on the ground, slowing the ball down again. Billy Pollard with the carry. Ball must be getting difficult to hold on to. Offside, so they're playing an advantage here. Jorgensen kicks it over the top. It's a silly kick, though. Offside by the All Blacks. We're going to kick for the corner here, I suspect. They might just go for the points here. Now they're kicking for the corner. So Matthew Carley's telling Roygard, I'll catch it. You just keep playing. So it'll be a line out deep here. Yeah, Fainga'anuku was way over the line there. That offside. It is coming down in buckets, folks. So 4.5 minutes left to land Ikital's yellow card. Whistle blows. Here we go. 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the card. Line out to the Wallabies. Not challenged. So, they left it behind for the All Blacks to pick up. Here come the All Blacks. Chase is on. The Wallabies screwed up again with a bad pass. Into the 22. And not releasing the ball. He did. Ball's available. Boy, the Wallabies, oh, man. Jiminy Crickets. They're going to have to clear this. Missed pass. Nearly disaster there for the Wallabies. Call to use it. Gordon. They're inside their 22. Still. Call to use it. Jake Gordon sends it the other direction and in a touch. And after having the ball in scoring position, now they're going to put the All Blacks on their side of the pitch. 3 minutes left on the yellow card. 118 people currently here. Thank you for watching, folks. Do appreciate that. Not the big audiences we had last year or in June, but still we appreciate it. 3 minutes, 16 seconds. The clock is stopped. I'm not sure why. Nick White up in the booth with Joe Schmidt. Cody Taylor will throw it in from just outside the 10-meter line. Looks like a substitution just came in. I think Valentini just came in the game. He did. That'll make a change for the Wallabies. Valentini comes into the game. Rob Valentini. I'm not sure who he replaced. He replaced Nick Frost. Valentini. McKenzie goes outside, and runs right into a wall of Wallabies. Fraser McWright. Cam Roygaard gets that ball in the hands of Williams. Tommy T. Williams is tackled. And the All Blacks, McKenzie high into the air, into the rain. Who's going to get this? Jorgensen. No, it's Emden. And it picked up on the bounce. High tackle there by the All Blacks, not called. And a penalty, but how about the high tackle? That's how come the guy couldn't release the ball. That was a high tackle. Come on, man. How do you miss that, Carly? Where's the TMO on that one?
Okay. On the 5.
Should have been a high tackle against the All Blacks. They get away with one there. And looking for a 5-meter lineout. It's a very bad kick. Here's the tackle. Yeah, right there. Artie Sevilla with a high tackle. All right, so here we go. 1:52 left on the yellow card to Ikitau. From the 22, it should be easy to see whether it's straight or not. And it's unchallenged, so it doesn't matter if it's straight. Well, it does matter if it's straight, but... Actually, it doesn't. Oh, there's a nice tackle by Valentini. At the 22, the All Blacks are still coming. Down about 17 meters away now. Roygaard into the hands of Cody Taylor. Cody Taylor's down to about 8 meters. Here come the All Blacks. This is inevitable at this point. Oh, but a penalty. No arms tackle. And 10 meters back, they march the All Blacks back 10 meters for running their mouth. It doesn't like that. They ran their mouth. They didn't like that they got a penalty called on them. So Wallabies are still in this amazingly. All these mistakes. So Edmed will kick this now for some territory. Let's see what he gets. Yeah, there it is. It was on Williams. He tackled a player away from the ball. And Carly made the right call. So Timothy Williams is making his face like, what did I do? It cost his team 10 meters. Line out now from outside the 10-meter line for the Wallabies. They've got it. And they go into a maul, but that's not going to go anywhere. 26 seconds left on the yellow card. Australia still driving forward. There they go. Close to that touchline. Be careful, boys. Over midfield now. Still going forward. Still going forward. Down to about 45-meter line. Well done. Tupou, look at this big carry inside the 10-meter line for the Wallabies. And the All Blacks are offside here, man. They're not getting back on defense. They're in the backfield. Slowing the game down. This is crap. Yellow card's expired now. Valentini now with his first carry. 5th phase. Pick and go. Wallabies looking for something here. They have yet to score a try in this game. Oh, Pollard drives right into that line, and the All Blacks are waiting for him. 7 phases now. Yellow card player still off the bench. Len Ikitau. Gordon kicks it high into the air, but that's going to be taking the mark. But good contest. And Jordy Barrett's down. Is he okay? He's good. Took a big hit there. It's a fair contest. Oh, and the Wallabies nearly had it, but Barrett secured it. Yeah, he almost had it. Wow, that's brilliant by Barrett to hold on to it. So the yellow card's over now. We're at 55-43. One of the All Blacks getting treatment now. 15 aside now. So it'll be a dead ball kick here. 25 minutes left in the game. So waiting to see here. Jake Gordon's had a heck of a game here as a scrum half for the Wallabies, but they're not getting it done. I mean, listen, this bench for the Wallabies, other than Rob Valentini and James O'Connor, who else is on this bench? Nobody we know. So Barrett's going to take the kick from the 5-meter line. There it is. Kicks it. Jordy Barrett stays in play at the 48-meter line. Here come the Wallabies. Jorgensen. Dungunu drives forward over midfield, tackled at the 43-meter line. Jake Gordon sends it back the other direction. Rico Ioane is on for Tupai. So Rico Ioane in the game now. They come to the near side. Hooper now with a carry for the Wallabies. 56 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock. That ball's kicked off an All Blacks player who kicked it forward the other direction. And it's like badminton out there as Jorgensen gets it. Now they're going for 50-22. But that's going to go into the try zone. Did it go? All the way back. Yep, Wallabies kick it through the try zone. McKenzie had to go off his shin. Yeah. So it's going to come all the way back. Even if the Sheep Shaggers beat the Convicts by 100 points, I just need to win. I'll take 1 point win. I already have the Freedom Mandela Cup. Just have to collect the Rugby Championship. Is Gordon leaving? So Ryan Lonergan comes on for Jake Gordon, who's played brilliantly. New scrum half for the Wallabies. Lonergan comes on. Bind. Set. All Blacks collapsed. How about a penalty on the All Blacks? They collapsed the scrum. No call. They dig it out. They come this way. McKenzie into the hands of Rico Ioane, his first carry. Roygaard trying to find something. He gets it off to Barrett. He's tackled by Valentini, who's playing the ball. And he comes away with it. I thought he entered from his side, but they win the penalty. Rob Valentini. Sure looked like he entered from his side, but I guess not. So Rob Valentini now jackals that ball for the Wallabies. 3,000 views on this one. That's a little bit better. Let's keep it going, folks. Don't forget, we've got a short break after this, and then the Springboks. Chance to win back-to-back. All right, here's a lineup for the Wallabies. And they overcook it right into the hands of the All Blacks, who send it down the pitch. Chase is on. Dungunu has to get it inside his 22. And instead of kicking it, he runs right into a tackle, and he doesn't have players there to support him. The All Blacks counter-rucking here hit the scrum half, and they managed to save the ball and go forward. Not a big person kicking the ball away, but that was the time to kick it away. And now it's going to have to be a box kick. High into the air. Into touch. And it only gains... so right back where he kicked it from. Wow. So a line out to the All Blacks, threatening here now. 23 meters out. 59 minutes. We're almost down the final quarter of the game, but the clock stopped again. What is the deal here? Folks, how we doing on subscribers? Let's take a look. 927 earlier. Now at 9:28. Not many new subscribers from this stream. Hopefully we'll get on the Springbok stream. They go short and they throw it back, and Cody Taylor gets the ball. Tackled at the 22. Nice job there by Longaran. Ooh, bruising tackle over there. And that's Tom Robertson, who's in the game now too for the Wallabies, who came in for Slipper. They go wide. McKenzie to Leroy Carter. He kicks it towards, it's in the try zone, and it's down there by the Wallabies. 59-53. Goal line dropout. No scoring going on here, folks. Whistle blows. Pretty boring second half. 20 minutes left. That's a forward pass. Should have been the Wallabies' ball. Kicked from the goal line back to midfield, taken by Barrett. Here comes Lakai. Lakai's tackled. Penalty advantage for the All Blacks. They get it outside to Artie Sevilla, down to the 22. They're playing advantage here. Are the All Blacks going to come back for it? High tackle. So if they kick this, they can put this game out of reach. What are the All Blacks going to do? Oh, yeah. Falatini. Definitely a high tackle. Ooh. Jordy Barrett's been getting beat up in this game badly. Rain's still coming down. They're going to go for the post. Should be an easy kick here. The sun is finally up here in central Pennsylvania, folks. 61-24, 17-9. This could make it 20-9. Rain's still coming down. David McKenzie lines it up. He's 1 out of 4 today. This is a straight shot, though. That'll make it need 2 tries. Yep, there it is, right down the middle. 20-9. And a big roar goes up for what's supposed to be a home game for the Wallabies. 20-9 now is the score. So it's all going to come down to Twickenham. Here's a restart. They're going to go 10 years and try to get it. It bounces up in the air, knocked on by the All Blacks. That was lost forward. We have scrum to the Wallabies. Australia calls for the scrum. Ratima comes in for Lakai. Nassar comes in for Pollard on the other side. So Tonello Tupou is also in the game, so the entire front line is swapped out as Alatoa goes out for the Wallabies. Brand new front line. 1 through 5 been replaced, as well as the scrum half. Behind. Set. Going to reset this one. Under 17 minutes left in the game. Now the Wallabies need 2 tries. And we actually need the Wallabies to score at least 1 try, because right now they've got all the tries, and it would mean that the All Blacks get a bonus point here. Need them to score a try. Crouch. Bind. Set. Lonigan. Icky Tal drives forward. He got hit hard, but he held on to it. Wilson. Robertson going forward. Wallabies need to get something going here. Dummy there going forward. Behind the back pass. They get it outside. Down to the 22. There's a penalty advantage for the Wallabies here. But they need tries now, not penalty conversions. Dummy up the middle comes Harry Wilson. Knock on, going to play the penalty here now. So they're going to kick for the corner, I would hope. With just 15 minutes left, the Wallabies have got to get a try here to help the Springboks out. I don't care how they get it or whether they convert it or not. They just got to get one. So kicking for the corner. Let's see what the line out is. Ooh, that's a dangerous tackle there by McKenzie. Hits him right in the chin. There's another high tackle. 2 high tackles. Tamatai Williams goes off the pitch for the All Blacks. He'll be replaced by George Bauer. So it's about a 6-meter line out now. And it's successful to the Wallabies. They're into them all. They had one try wiped out earlier. They're playing advantage here. Where's the ball at? Dungudu picks it up from the back of the pile. Come on, Wallabies. Pour it on. Rob Valentini down to 2 meters. Pick and go. Oh, Ikitau nearly gets in. Tupou fakes it, goes forward. Still playing an advantage here. Oh, inches away. Is he over? No. What's the whistle blown for? I think we're going to go Timo.
Was he part of the ruck and did he put the ball out? So I think there's 2 parts to it.
Here we go.
Jacko?
Yes.
So we have the ball on the line. So we have an on-field decision of try. We'd
Oh.
like to see, well, firstly, if the try was scored at the first attempt. If not, placed back, and then the next player, whether he's part of the ruck or not, when he picks the ball up.
Yeah, we'll take a look for you.
No, it was way out here. You've got an advantage, though.
They do an advantage if they don't get a try. So
I
let's
just
see.
want to say this all started from an outstanding kick from Tane Edmed. Really gives
That was short.
Wallaby
for me.
forwards an opportunities. We can take a look here at the
I'm not sure if it's a try.
try. On-field decision is a try.
It won't be Nasser, it's Ikitau here, you'd think. I don't think he grounds it there, it's Ikitau.
No, I don't think he got it.
It's an All Blacks player off his feet. That's the try there.
Okay, he got it. That was the second player, though. Yeah, Carter's offside. It's going to be a try.
Ball is placed back. The furthest back player who is not bound into the ruck picks the ball up and scores. So we're going to award a try.
There you go. Thank you, Wallabies.
Ikitau breathes life back into the...
It's a try. There we go. Len Ikitau with a try. Making up for his yellow card. So there's a try. Here's a conversion attempt. It's a 6-point game now. It hit the post. He missed. Thought he was going to get it. 2014. Wow. Thought he was going to get it. All right, so that'll stop the bonus point for the All Blacks for now. But they still have a chance to win this game. At the 22, the restart, Tom Hooper with it. He's tackled outside the 22. All right. So Australia has a bonus point for the loss at the moment. But they're going to want to win here. High into the air. Lonergan out to around midfield. Caught there by Barrett. He's tackled. All Blacks have the ball. Satiti. Wallace Satiti with the carry. Didn't even know he came in the game. They go wide outside. Will Jordan. Past midfield. George Bauer. Tackled. Roygaard to Barrett. Into the hands of Tosi. Didn't know he came in the game. My goodness, all kinds of changes here. Kick down the pitch, high into the air, around the 22. Taken there by Max Jorgensen. Tackled immediately by McKenzie. Jorgensen gets up and goes again. Lonergan. Well, Wilson, Harry Wilson, nice carry there. Okay, the Wallabies trying to drive through that line. There they go. There they go. Oh, Ikitau nearly broke free. Valentini goes backwards. Valentini picks up the mess. Lonergan grabbed around the shoulders, tackled there. The Wallabies nearly had a disaster there, but they lost all the momentum. Got a player down here. It's Nasser in the game now, too. Ruck is formed. Wallabies going to dig it out. Lonergan. Williams carries forward. Lonergan kicks it over the top to about the 10-meter line, taken back there by Leroy Carter. Kicked into the air. Here's the chase. We got... Oh, Ebden got it, but did he knock it on? No, he didn't. New Zealand counter ruck. They're coming. And they turn it over. New Zealand could be spiteful and take this bonus point away from the Wallabies right here. Great counter ruck by the All Blacks to win that penalty. $11 minutes left in the game. Fraser McWright getting a little bit of treatment on the pitch. $11 minutes left in the contest. 6 points separate the two teams. Harry Potter getting treatment too, above his eye. So Wallabies taking some bruises out here. And what will the All Blacks do? Kick to the corner, most likely. They rarely go for the post. So, Wallabies, let's get it done here, folks. We're playing Creedence Clearwater Revival in the background. Have you ever seen the rain? They're going to go for the post, which will take the bonus point away from the Wallabies. But I don't really care about the bonus point, and I care about the All Blacks bonus point. If the Wallabies aren't going to win, so it's 6 points now. That'll take it to 9. If he made the conversion, it would have been converted try. 60,113 in attendance. Big crowd. Big night in Perth. Wet night. Here's the kick. Crowd's booing. It's becoming the norm in World Rugby for people to be disrespectful to the kicker. I mean, they're really booing.
McKenzie.
He got it.
Nails it.
And it's 23-14. Just 10 minutes left in the game. Now they need to score twice again. 23-14, 10 minutes left. But that's not a bonus point for either side. There's a restart. Only went to the 10-meter line. It's a mistake by the Wallabies. They should have kicked it deep. Call to use it. Roygaard. Call to use it again. Kicked high into the air. This would be 11 straight victories for the All Blacks over the Wallabies if they win it. Popped up in the air. Who's going to get it? Nobody wants it. That man doesn't know where it's at. And the All Blacks don't have it. Knock-on advantage. So the Wallabies have a knock-on advantage here. Ooh, there's a high tackle. There's another penalty. It's a penalty advantage. So high tackle. So Wallabies going to be able to put it down the pitch if they don't get anything going here. Now we're going to go for the knock-on advantage. I guess there was no high tackle advantage. So have a scrum at the 72-minute mark here. Have you ever seen the rain? Yes. (23-14) now with just about 8.5 minutes remaining. Yeah, now the Springboks going to need that bonus. Well, no, just to win. If New Zealand just gets 4 points, then the Springboks just need 4 points. Here's players going off here. Is it Harry Wilson? McWright. McWright goes out. Who's he replaced by? Probably James O'Connor would be my guess. It is James O'Connor. Dunguna goes to the back row for the scrum. Fluke is on the right wing. He came in. So Dalguna's gone. Bench is emptied by the Wallabies. Nobody left on the bench. Just under 8 minutes remain now. Crouch. Bind. And early engagement by the All Blacks. Tap and go by the Wallabies. Here they come. They got numbers on the outside. They got to get it out here. Here they come. Over the 10-meter line. Instead of passing, he kept going forward. Caught by Jordy Barrett. Valentini drives through midfield. His knees are down, and they're not releasing the tackle. Wilson. Jorgensen had to reach behind himself to get it. So the Wallabies nearly turned over. Valentini again. Back to midfield once more. All Blacks are slowing the play down. What's the penalty against the Wallabies? For what? I didn't see any penalty on the Wallabies here. Dangerous play. I don't know why there wasn't a penalty. Should have been a penalty on the All Blacks. Valentini was at his knees on the ground, was not released forever. Not releasing. But it goes the other direction. I don't understand that at all. So 6.5 minutes remain. Oh, it's a croc roll. Yeah, it was a clear croc roll. So, All Blacks now. Got to stop them here. Can't freaking let them. Oh, that ball's thrown over the top. Artie Sevilla down to the 22. This game's all but over at this point. Valentini trying to make the tackle. He does. Tossi goes forward. So they're around the 22. Offside by the... yep, there's the arm. Goes up. It was clearly offside by the Wallabies. Easy when the line's there. You can see them running past it. So the Wallabies have taken the bonus point off the board by giving up that conversion. Ball's lost, knocked on by the All Blacks. Going to come back for the offside. Yeah. So Ratima comes over. Can't do quick ball. See what they do. They're going to want the bonus point, so they're going to kick for the corner. Jordy Barrett kicks it into the corner. Oh, my goodness. Rain is still coming down, man. It's a lot of rain for Perth. Less than 5 minutes left. Wallabies have got to stop me. Otherwise, Spring's going to have to get a bonus point victory at Twickenham. 23-14. Here's the line out. Nasser throws it in. It's stolen by the Wallabies. And they've got it. So out to about 8 meters, 9 meters. Lonergan. It's charged down by the All Blacks and into their hands. Will Jordan has it. Oh, my goodness. They throw it backwards. McKenzie now running around with the ball. McKenzie runs into a tackler. All Blacks charge that one down. Scott Barrett, nice pass. Will Jordan out here, tackled by Max Jorgensen. Boy, the Wallabies just can't live with success, man. They had the ball, and they let it get blocked. Going the other direction. Wallace Satiti now with the carry. Oh, come on. You make the player roll back, and then the guy picks up 5 meters. Just 14 meters away now. Artie Sevilla looks around. Sends it to Robertson. Or Barrett. Scott Barrett, excuse me. Scott Barrett. Tupolotu with a carry. That's going to be a steal. Oh, no. They just broke away from it at the last second. Takiaho now. Here come the All Blacks. It's inevitable at this point. Just 7 meters away. Olasatiti is lost forward. Scrum to Australia. Woo, man. Do not. 3 minutes left. Do not let them have another try. Angie Pavlakis, you look tired. Stop doing so much political commentary. I'm not doing anything political. This is rugby. What are you talking about? Are you drinking something? This isn't political commentary. It's rugby, play-by-play and color commentary. And I look tired because I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed at 2 o'clock. It's nothing to do with my commentary. This isn't political commentary. I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. Will Jordan, that was a tough tackle. But he's okay. Ooh, that was a rough tackle. Good to see Will Jordan get up. Man, there's some tough tackles in this game. Yep, dangerous play, so the penalty is, so it's overturned. He's limping, though. Will Jordan's limping a little bit there. So a penalty against the Wallabies, and it's going to be a 5-meter line out for the All Blacks. Unbelievable. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remain. You're welcome, Andre. Why is Teeny laughing? Must have been a croc roll. I didn't see it. Still never saw the dangerous play. Lineouts uncontested. And the All Blacks have it. They're going backwards here. The maul went. Now they go forward. Artie Sevilla with the ball. And they break free. Ratima. Jordy Barrett. McKenzie. Here they come. All Blacks. Nice tackle there on Ruben Love. When did he come in the game? We got another penalty here. Jeez. What was the advantage for? Wow. Come all the way back. They want to line out? Line out. Minute and 40 seconds left, and it looks like they're going to let them get another try here. It's going to kill. Means the Springboks have to win by bonus point. Early contact. Yeah, that's the right call there. So, line out for the All Blacks from the 5-meter line. And less than a minute and a half remaining. Last 5 penalties have all been conceded by the Wallabies, all in the last 10 minutes. 70, 74, 75, 75, 76. Wow. A lot of ill discipline here late has cost the Wallabies. Morty Ferreira, South African official on the sideline there. Here's the line out. Successful. And early engagement again, but this time they're not called. The lifter was still in the air. One stop. The Wallabies are holding. Now they're going forward. Here comes call to use it. That's twice. Play it. He's still not playing it. Turn the ball over. He's ignoring your instructions. Barrett to McKenzie. It skips, and Love gets up and goes, but it got him around the neck. Then Ikitau stopped him. Ratima. Oh, big hit there. And we got a player down. We got to stop. He's unconscious, it looks like. Got a player down from the tackle, a Wallaby, with 20 seconds left in the game. Yeah, he hasn't budged. That did not look good. I still don't know what Angie's drinking there. What are you drinking, Angie? Oh, that's a stinger. He moved his leg. He's moving his right arm. That's a good sign. It's got to be an HIA. And the Wallabies have cleaned their roster, so they're going to have to bring somebody back in the game. Skelton got the HIA early in the game. He's out. Crazy NZ. What's going on? 19 seconds left. They had the most brilliant try, amazing try, wiped out by a crock roll. All right, so we're still waiting for this injury treatment here. So it was a boring game for long stretches here in the second half, but the Wallabies have amped it up a little bit. And the All Blacks definitely upped it. Twisted VR7 is in the USA now. Really? You should send me a message and offer me an interview. Speaking political. No, losing bonus point. They're down by 9. So he's walking off the pitch. So New Zealand moves into first place with 18 points on the log. Unless they get a try here, then they'll have 19. Set, okay. Call to take it out. It gets it out finally. Here come the Wallabies to stop them. Oh, driving tackle there. There's the hooter. Stop them. They're just 2 meters out. They're going to get it. All Blacks are close. Satiti tackled. Short again. Ratima. All Blacks can get a bonus point with a try here. Artie Sevilla. Short again. 5 phases now. Sevilla. There it is. There's a try, and that's a bonus point. That gives them 19, which means they can win the Rugby Championship. The Springboks must have a bonus point victory now at Twickenham. (28-14). And the Wallabies screw us royally. George Bauer gets it, so. Yep. George Bauer. So Bauer gets a try for the All Blacks. Come on. Waiting for the conversion. Missed it. 28-14 will be the final. 28-14. Bonus point victory for the All Blacks. Yep, that's a huge win for them. They go to 19 points along. Means that the Springboks must have a bonus point victory. They're going to need lots of tries. They have to have 3 more tries than the Pumas in order to. Well, let me see. So let me see if it will. Well, hang on. No, give me a second here. They might not need the bonus point because 55 points. Yeah, they're going to have the point differential, so it won't matter. They just need to win. Yeah, they just need to win, South Africa. If they win, they'll win on point differential because they have 55 points. Yeah, so what a great finish for the All Blacks to this Rugby Championship. So that's going to do it, folks. We'll be back up here in about 55 minutes for the Springboks game, all right? Yeah, so we'll see you there. So thanks for tuning into this one. I really do appreciate it. We're going to take a short break here, stretch my legs, maybe take a short nap because Angie thinks I'm tired. And she's probably right. And I'll see you guys. And we'll be excited for the Springbok game coming up. All right. Okay, guys. By the way, this jersey fit me better today. It means I must have lost a pound or two. All right. So the yellow cards didn't help. And the final score is 28-14. 4 tries for the All Blacks. 1 for the Wallabies. And so they get the bonus point for 3 more tries, which makes all the difference in the world. Thank you all for being here, folks. We'll see you shortly for the next one coming up. All right. I really appreciate it. And Springboks at Twickenham versus the Pumas coming up within the hour. Cheers.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see.
Correct, Fiery. But the bonus point would make it clear. So I hope they get a bonus point. They've got such a big point differential. They should win this.